giving you a slice of unapologetic conversation. Welcome to Straight to Tape. My name is C. Perry II. I am the Mr. Fantastic. Podcast is fantastic for first, the comedian, professional joke slanger Tico de Gallo. What's good, Tico?
Well, you all talk about it and I live it all day, every day. And I would also like to say the person that invented the number zero, thanks for nothing.
Jackass.
I hate him sometimes.
Yo, speaking of jackass, did you hear about Johnny Knox? He got brain he injured himself. He's like really hurt doing some jackass stuff and like he has some brain damage or something. But anyway, we'll talk about it later.
Damn.
Well, definitely get into
Will
that.
will
Definitely
we?
get into that.
Will we?
No,
sorry.
Yeah,
not
we'll
later.
anyway.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
Yeah. And of course, the first lady of S2T, the quintessential hip hop mom, Keisha with a Y. What's good, Key?
What's up, y'all? It's Keisha with the Y, aka Hip Hop Mom, aka frustrated hip hop mom, because somehow this Three Chambers concert in Greensboro, North Carolina, cannot come to fruition. But your
Again?
mom's favorite mom.
Well, hold on.
Keisha's don't
Well,
want to fuck with.
yeah, I mean, really, what happened? What happened with this show again?
This is a show that was scheduled in December because of something in somebody's family. They rescheduled it for this coming Saturday, and I just got a notice today that it is rescheduled TBA.
Yuck. Once again.
So I'm not going the next time.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Mm.
And of course, our social media assassin for the double deuce, ladies and gentlemen, Rob the Actual. What's good, Rob?
There you go. You're gonna do that in 2023 too, bro. Is that what you're gonna do? Gotta come up with something.
Well,
Anyway.
When 23 comes on, I'll just say, Jordan Fly. I don't know. Go ahead.
Oh, what?
Jordan Fly. I don't know.
Nobody knows what Perry. But anyway, it's your boy doing what I do best. You know what I'm saying? Bringing balance to the force with my regularly handsome self. That's also debatable. But anyway, we in the building. We in the building. That's why I say ruggedly handsome. You know what I'm saying? Some mountain man shit. You feel me? But yeah, man. You know,
quit you.
No, not quite. If you're in the building, go ahead and drop a heart on the broadcast, man.
Hearts.
We got a bomb show coming up, man. We got the homies from In the Black, and we're gonna talk about a whole bunch of stuff going on. So thanks for joining your favorite podcast, man.
Exactly. And look, as always, you can catch Straight to Tape on Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook Live, on YouTube, and on Twitch. Audio version of Straight to Tape is available on your favorite podcasting platforms. Make sure you follow us on our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and IG, Straight to Tape. And don't forget to check us out on YouTube as well, S2T Media. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we do have guests in the house.
Oh, we love guests.
Yeah, we love guests. We love guests. Look, we've been trying to get these brothers on the show for a minute, and so we are happy that they are showing up today. All right, as you can see, you can find them on your favorite podcasting platforms as well. They are informed, they are intelligent, and most importantly, they are in the black. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us on Straight to Tape.
What's good?
What's going on, family?
What's good?
What's up?
Man, you know how we do, man.
Happy Black History Month.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the funny part. We do know how you guys do. Always up to some shenanigans.
Yeah.
Don't you come on here talking that shit. Don't you come on here talking that shit.
Now, now, for those that are not familiar with you gentlemen, please introduce yourselves to the Straight to Tape family.
Go ahead, L. I'm gonna let the light
Go
skin
ahead,
dude go
oh.
first.
Nah, fuck you. I'm sorry. Can I say that? Is that okay to say?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Go right ahead.
Okay, good. Fuck you. Oh, you said it.
All right. I am
Your shirt is
O,
tight
Mr.
too, bro. You okay?
My shirt is fucking fantastic. Shut the hell up.
All right, just
My name
just
is
checking,
Nice
man.
cable
I'm
knit,
Big O.
cable knit sweater you got on there.
Yeah,
like-
you sweating
I like-
too.
we like-
Are you nervous? Goodness
I am,
gracious.
you know what? See, you never let these black people out. I swear to God. I'm Big O, Mr. In the Black himself, just 1/3 of the incredible In the Black podcast. We are a podcast dedicated to covering the current events and social issues that go on in your black world. We're probably the only podcast that you can stumble on that in one segment we can talk about Queen of Spades, sex dungeons, being cuckolded, and then go to talking about the liberation of Palestine all in the same episode. So we are an incredible show. And we want to thank you guys. I want to make sure I say thank you to you guys for being daring enough to have us on the show, because this is going to be an ordeal for all of you. I already know that, like, hands down. Okay. But outside of that, I know just what does my man Toby say? We good in every hood like a fresh pair of J's. So let's get started.
What the hell
That's
did
what
you
it
do?
is.
Never mind.
What you say?
I didn't say anything. I just looked
I
at
heard
you
a
like
whole
the
lot.
craziest shit.
I heard a whole lot in the intro, but go ahead, Elgin.
Listen,
See,
I'm Elgin
it's one of the
Bailey of
problems. One of
the
the
In the Black
problems.
podcast. I don't have much more than that. I'm good to be here. Excited to hang out with y'all. Shit.
Elgin, don't act timid tonight, because this is not how
Now,
you act.
that's how
any
you
other
come on
time.
somebody's show.
I just said hello. I'm Elgin Bailey. I don't listen.
That's how you know what?
I mean, Elgin, that was
Somebody
eloquent,
watching.
my
Listen, bro.
brother. That
I appreciate that, brother.
Don't
that was
see,
very-
is that
very
light skin?
eloquent,
That's
okay?
the light skin union. Don't fluff that bullshit up.
As you can
Let's go-
see,
let's
Straight
go
to
ahead and
Tape
pull
is
that
not the only podcast that practices colorism.
Exactly.
Hey,
You
guess
gotta
what?
do with colorism again.
We get to be
As
colorists
always.
because we are the colors.
Listen. The fact that you guys outnumber P is supposed to be satisfying. This is the first time in a long time that I'm not outnumbered by a bunch of,
Yeah.
I'm just going to
Bunch
say
of
it.
what? A bunch of what? Go ahead and say it.
Nothing.
A bunch of
Nothing.
what? Yeah. You know,
Oh,
yo,
hell,
look,
Somebody,
Robert Williams.
somebody call Bishop. It would be balanced.
yo,
if we had Bishop on.
yo,
hell.
I look, me and E can't help it. We can't help it that when we step into the picture, we turn it into the United Colors. Okay, don't hate, don't hate,
I
don't
want
hate.
y'all
If we
at
add
home.
Bishop,
I
go
want
ahead.
y'all at home to peep how happy Perry gets when another light skinned person comes onto the panel. You understand what I'm saying? You notice his excitement. You know what I'm saying? He's a little extra right now.
The
You know what I
Browns
mean?
versus the paper bags. Here we go.
Oh my God. Yo.
Look,
Everybody
and they
getting
on
them
one
shots
side
tonight.
too. I don't know. If
I
y'all
know,
saw, but all the
That
paper
hurt a
bags
little bit.
on this side of my
Yeah.
screen.
Damn.
E,
I
you
can't
know, get it all the
believe that
time.
I
I'm already
sat there
used to
and
it, right?
watched and
I'm always
watched and
outnumbered.
watched.
It don't matter.
I
don't
can't
matter.
believe
You know who
I
controls the
marched
board.
and
But anyway.
marched and marched and Stacey Adams to hear other black folks talk about other black folks, especially on February, the shortest month of the month for blacker folks. But yet and still, I have a dream that one day mulattoes and daggone cocomocos and
Mulattoes?
chocolates
Here we go.
Friend.
and
You're not
That's why
supposed
you-
to say
that's
that.
why you're in
all
the
get
Matrix.
together and come in one mixture like trail mix.
All right, that's it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get the show started the way we normally get the show started. We take a look
Lord.
at what's going
Be a long
on
night.
in the news over the past week in a part of the show that we like to call the headline grab.
There it is.
So-
Let's go.
Yeah. Now you remember last week we we started off the show, talking about Joe Rogan, an issue that he was having with Spotify. But it was in regards to misinformation. Okay.
Mm.
So, you think, you know what? We got a new news cycle. Joe Rogan. We ain't even going to talk about him this week. And guess what?
It
Rogan,
exploded.
Rogan apologizes for use of N-word. Spotify pulls 110 episodes.
So
So,
listen.
well,
I don't really often agree with Talib Kweli. I mean, high level, but the more granular stuff, no, we don't. We don't have the same opinion. But however, he did post today that this dude's been saying nigga forever, and now y'all just
yeah.
But I guess it had to be all on one TikTok reel for it to pop for a lot of people who are now outraged, who weren't outraged
Mm.
before. They
Mm.
removed 110 fucking shows.
All right.
110.
Let me put a little bit of context in before we really get started. Okay. So last week you had artists that were pulling their music from Spotify, and the reason given last week, the misinformation regarding COVID that was provided on episodes of the Joe Rogan Experience. India Ari, well, she decided to pull her stuff, but she gave a different reason. Let's take a look.
Hey y'all, I'm gonna leave a short message here about why I decided to ask my music be pulled off of Spotify. So check this out.
Saying the word you've already said D is just like saying she's calling you it's like this boy that he's that starts calling them word. There should be a word like especially like the word that's our he says I and then our starts saying how to use the word out the word saying and you couldn't say
I empathize with the people who are leaving for the COVID disinformation reasons, and I think that they should. I also think that Joe Rogan has the right to say what he wants to say. I also think that I have the right to say what I want to say. So as an artist who builds, Spotify is built on the back of the music streaming. So they take this money that's built from streaming and they pay this guy $100 million, but they pay us 0.003% of a penny. Just take me off. I don't want.
Fascinating.
Very much
Can
so.
I just
Very
say
much
this
so.
real quick?
Fascinating.
Can I say this real quick? Nigga. Because that's what that shit sound like to me.
It sounded like we would get ready to get a damn alert that a bomb was about to go off. That's what it sounded like.
I mean, good God.
I do have India Irie hair envy right now. Her hair looks dope. But continue.
Hey, fellas, so what do y'all think about this whole thing, man? I mean, do we care that Joe Rogan was saying nigga, or you know what I'm saying? Is it a thing? Do we give a fuck, basically?
No, I don't give a fuck about Joe Rogan saying nigger. Why? My expectation and belief is that most white people say it anyway, whether they say it publicly or they say it privately. I really don't give a fuck. Now, if you say it to me, you might get a different response, but I have a level of expectation that I expect them to say it. I find it fascinating, a lot of black folks' outrage towards Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has been the same piece of shit for years, right? He's consistently been this dude. This is not a new phenomenon. I am really fascinated by our sister India Irie's response to pulling her music. Why are you not pulling your music from Spotify? Because they treat you like a nigger by paying you the way they be paying you on the stream. It's just like, why are you?
He does say
Yeah.
that. So
Okay, good, because I didn't pay
Instagram
attention
post is
to
like-
it.
Yeah, that Instagram post is like 10.
It's long.
She was
She
going
goes
to pull
into
her
that part
music
itself.
anyway, right? She was
Right.
going to
It's
pull
a-
her
yeah,
music
yeah.
pre Joe Rogan.
Mm-hmm. No,
Okay.
no.
Well,
She didn't say
the
that.
way
She
she
said
put it,
Neil.
the way she
Go ahead,
put
B.
it was this was the last straw. Okay,
Okay.
that she had
Fair.
had issues with Spotify mainly because of artists not getting paid,
Okay.
from Spotify. But this was the last straw, mainly because you had enough money. You had enough money to throw $100 million to Joe Rogan to bring his podcast, which he's been doing his podcast for 12 years and has been gaining. And look, he was making money off his podcast when the only platform that he had was YouTube and all of the other platforms, and they threw $100 million at him because he had a huge audience
to come on over to Spotify.
To come over to Spotify. That's her outrage, and I feel she is justified to remove her music for that accumulation of reasons.
Sure. Key word there, accumulation of reasons, right? I think that's the key for me. Accumulation of reasons. I don't like the fact that so many of our people are getting wrapped up in the use of him responding to us in those ways around Black people often, right? Because it's not like he was always saying that shit around white folks. And that's probably my bigger issue, right? Would be with the Black folks who are banging, who come out and you know what I mean, are sweeping up behind Joe Rogan to clean up Joe Rogan's bullshit by making excuses and rationalizing and justifying his behavior. I have an issue with the Black folks that are coming out and defending Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is doing exactly what I expect and believe Joe Rogan to do and to be. So, and like Maya Angelou say, when a motherfucker show you who they are, believe,
trust them.
Exactly.
Maya did not say motherfucker. Don't put that on her.
My Maya. She said motherfucker with a glass of Hennessy.
Trust me. Thank you. We might not have heard her say motherfucker, but trust me, she said motherfucker.
Right, she probably said it. Now, I think my biggest thing, honestly,
with a hot mic.
cut your balls off. Is that what you're talking about? My biggest thing, like Elgin said, man, is really the Black people that are coming behind and doing all this super caping for Joe Rogan. I am happy for India.Arie for doing what she did. If that's what she feels she needs to do for herself, for her own peace of mind, that is fucking fantastic. King said, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, right? But all of these Black people that are caping for Joe Rogan, constantly we are put in this type of situation where we find some, or these people find some Black people to throw on their capes for ne'er-do-well white folks, right? And the thing that we never seem to fully understand is that white people don't need Black people to cape for them.
They don't
at all. They don't need Black people to cape for them. Why? Because society has already taught us that, one, Americans have a far more gracious time of giving more grace and forgiveness to white people in the long run than to Black people or any other race. Right? They're still, not only are they still here, but in a couple of years, we're not even going to remember that this shit happened.
Right.
Unless there's shows like ours, they're pull up the reels and pull the receipts. Right?
Yeah.
Let me present, if I can approach the court and present an exhibit to you guys, right?
Absolutely.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
That's what the sweater's for. That's what the sweater's for. Get the size bigger next time, but that's what it's for. That's what I'm saying.
It's for my mama. I wasn't trying to embarrass her.
Do it.
So here we are. My mama watches everything I do, man.
Hi, Miss O.
She will call. She will call you. She will call you in a heartbeat. Listen. So I present to you in 2010, Mel Gibson was caught during the divorce procedures with his now ex-wife, not only saying stuff about anti-Semitic things or about gay people, about the Jewish Illuminati and all that other stuff.
Oh, Lord.
Right?
Oh, God.
But he told his wife, and this is almost verbatim, but maybe not, but almost verbatim. I hope that you die, and not only do I hope that you die, but I hope you get gang raped by a pack of wild niggers. He told his wife, not only does he hope that she dies, but I hope you get gang raped by a pack of wild
niggers. Yeah, wild.
That was Mel Gibson, America's darling back in the day, right?
Now listen,
there were a lot.
in this world.
Not civilized.
I
But
didn't
wow.
Not
know.
civilized, but a pack of wild
Wow.
ones.
Right. I didn't know niggas ran in the wild like that. Like
I don't.
they-
I didn't know that either. But
I didn't know
apparently,
that.
when
Okay.
Mel Gibson said this, right, it became notably so. It became a thing. There were a lot of think pieces that came out. People were like, Mel Gibson's never going to work in Hollywood. He's offended too many people. All of these extra things. Like people are like, who's going to work with him? There's no studio that's going to want to work with him. None of this makes any sense. 2016, what does Mel Gibson do? He releases a movie called Hacksaw Ridge. Hacksaw Ridge is a movie about a pacifist in World War II. I think it's a true story, but
It is
a
based on a
pacifist
true story.
joins the army
Yeah.
in World War II, doesn't fire a shot, but saves like his entire platoon or some bullshit like that. Mel Gibson was up. That movie was up for every fucking award that the Oscars had.
Yep.
Including Best Picture.
And best director
In
if I remember
2016.
correctly.
So it took it took America, white America specifically, 6 years to forget all of that shit and work with this dude. Not only did they forget about this shit and they wanted to work with him in 2016 so he could make this movie, Mel Gibson is now working with studios and other people to do Passion of the Christ 2 and another Lethal Weapon movie. So America's memory is very, very short when it comes to the ills of white people offending people of color.
But I
Absolutely.
disagree with that last statement, though. I don't think their memory is short, right? I think they remember very well, right? And I think they really, literally just don't care because it's part of their culture, right? It's part of their culture to defend. When black folks screw up and get in trouble, I can't remember white folks showing up to defend them and to verify their good character and say, well, Bill Cosby was a really good dude. He really, he may have done that. You have not seen white folks show up and defend us or them, the ones who get caught up in something in the manner that we do. And I'm just so
I think we're saying the same thing, though, El.
flabbergasted. I think we are, but
the reason why
I don't
I think we're saying the same thing is because
I wouldn't say they have a short
typically when
memory,
you
though,
deal
as
with-
if they
typically when
forget.
No, well, I think you typically remember things that are either important or impactful to you. None of this stuff affecting black people or people of color is impactful or important to white people, which is why I say
I
they
agree
have
with
a
that.
short
Yeah.
memory. It just goes in one part of the brain and goes out the other.
It's part of the culture.
Like I said, I think we're saying the same thing.
But
exactly,
I
it's
think
part of the
I
culture.
think in
Right.
between the two of your views is the fact that they heard it, they understood it, but still it doesn't carry over into their day-to-day life. There's kind of a sweet spot there. It
Yeah.
doesn't affect them. It doesn't affect what they're going to do. It doesn't affect how they go about their normal everyday life. Mel Gibson said he hoped his ex-wife gets raped by a pack of wild niggers.
Gang
It's not
raped.
a-
Gang raped.
by a no, I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah.
But by it doesn't affect their
Oh
day-to-day
Lord, Tico
lives,
over there
right?
laughing at himself. Oh shit.
It doesn't.
And the sad part about it is I probably know what Tico's thinking because he's probably thinking the same thing that I am thinking.
Oh shit.
But it doesn't affect their day-to-day lives. It doesn't affect
it doesn't
when
change
they
shit.
get up and go to work. It doesn't affect
Yeah,
the
true.
entertainment
True.
that they consume. That's kind of
we see
in
that.
between the
Yeah.
two of your views, because they're
And I
not.
say that when
They don't give a fuck. They don't care.
after the George Floyd murder and the subsequent rebellions across the country, all the white companies, right, gave a fuck at that point in time. Everybody was putting something up. It wasn't because all of a sudden they had an attack of conscience and they began to
Absolutely
understand the moral plight. It was the fact that they were concerned that they would be next, right? That somehow or another that they would be affected by our behavior on the streets. That it may carry over to some degree.
We're
I
seeing
see
that
how
play out
that-
in the NFL today. Go ahead.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I see how that works, right? And I have a very close person to me that does that work within corporate companies, and a few of them actually. And it's not all the way what you said, right? But that's the overwhelming kind of umbrella over it. However, a lot of these companies move that way because their employees are speaking out more. They're more comfortable speaking out and speaking up to say, hey, what are we as a company doing about this? So it becomes a reactionary thing.
Mm.
And I get what you're saying, but it really becomes reactionary as employees in corporate companies. Their D&I is the thing now, right? So there's D&I departments. Most of your large corporate companies, even medium-sized corporate companies, have D&I departments or people that that field all of these questions. Hey, Asian American was killed on the street in New York. What are you going to speak out? Hey, this happened to George Floyd. Are you going to speak out? Hey, this white person was killed by a non-white person. Are you going to speak out? Those, like, if y'all know D&I people, send them a message and ask if they're okay, because they're not okay right now.
Because they're not okay.
Everybody wants every company to speak on everything, and it's just not reasonable. However, these movements by these companies are, yes, they're being driven by money, but it's on the flip side. It is on the, let's make sure that our employees are comfortable working here and they think that we understand them. They think that we know their plight. And so we're going to speak out on this thing and this thing and this thing so that we don't lose our employees, so that we don't lose money.
One of my
guys,
but just like kind of to your last point, L, and kind of sort of to what you were talking about also, Key, when we were talking about the NFL, we're kind of seeing that play out right now, because now, I mean, there have been some black GM hires here recently, but I want to talk about one example in particular that's kind of strange. It kind of strikes me as peculiar, because the Houston Texans just promoted Lovie Smith to their head coaching position to fill that vacancy. He was their defensive coordinator. Now they went and hired, they interviewed a bunch of other people, in particular, Jonathan Gannon, who is the defensive coordinator for my Philadelphia Eagles, right? It was widely reported that Jonathan Gannon was the front runner for this job. He even went for a second interview, the whole 9 yards. He was considered the next head coach, likely head coach of the Houston Texans. All of a sudden, boom, Lovie Smith is promoted. If they knew that they were going to hire Lovie Smith, why interview a whole bunch of other different people?
Because they have to. Because
you
they
don't
have to.
You don't.
But that's not how the Rooney Rule works, though.
Hold on. Take a step back. That's the weirdest part of this whole thing for you.
Oh no, he ain't saying that. Oh no, I know he's not saying that's not the weirdest part. It's way weirder, but I think he's bringing up the latest.
I mean, because trust me, I got something weird about it. Okay, this is look with Lovie Smith, all right. And I'm sorry to veer off, but I mean, but the subject is kind of the same with Lovie Smith. Lovie Smith, this is his third head coaching position. This is his third head coaching position. Okay. And one of the problems that I always, that for me for years with the NFL, when it came to not being fair when it comes to head coach hirings, to me, it almost went kind of past race to you going from the same pool of cats that weren't successful in the first place, and you see, and now you're sliding them in positions and not giving other people that chance. Okay, when I looked at the Lovie hiring, granted, the first thing that I thought was reactionary hire, but the second thing that I thought was damn, this is Lovie's third head coaching job. He a fucking good old boy now. Because he's now in the good old boy rotation.
He's one of those you talked about. Y'all talked about like finding the ones that are going to speak up for him.
I think that Lovie's situation is completely different, because I think Lovie is a sacrificial lamb in this situation, right?
That's part of my point. Thank you.
Let's keep it all the way funky. The Houston Texans wanted Josh McCown. Josh fucking McCown, who played in the NFL 100 fucking years ago, right? It doesn't even call the plays as he's coaching for his son's high school football team. He has no college head coach experience, no professional head coaching experience. And the Houston Texans wanted to take this dude from high school and make him a fucking professional head coach.
Like
all
you
of a sudden,
said,
Brian Flores shows up and the whole world flips on top of its head, right? So what do? They say, okay, we're going to hire Lovie Smith. No one can complain about that. One of the first black head coaches to show up in the Super Bowl. He took the damn Bears to a Super Bowl championship with fucking Rex Grossman. No one can be mad at that. But oh, by the way, on the back end, Lovie, Josh McCown is going to be your assistant head coach. They forced him to pick up Josh McCown as his assistant head coach. So what does that say to me? What that says to me is that we're still in the same exact position. They're going to give Lovie Smith his 2 years when he can't do shit with a pile of shit, because we already know how Houston is. They're going to say, oh, well, Josh has got experience now. He's been an assistant head coach. Let's go ahead and put Josh in the head coach.
Whenever they give a black head coach a job, it's always a clean up the shit job. Right? It's never
always.
It's never. They didn't give anybody a black dude Jacksonville, where you got the number one, drafted quarterback in my man Lawrence. That's a prime job for a black quarterback. A black head coach. We always get the cleanup jobs, the jobs that either are going to just keep us warm. The situation with Josh McCown. Or the job that satisfies a certain level of fan base. And most of these fan bases are not going to give a fuck about a black head coach because we ain't the one that typically are going to be going.
Well, Jacksonville, they wanted Leftwich
because they wanted Leftwich not because Leftwich was black. They wanted Leftwich because he has ties to the community in the time that he played there, right? But we always get that shit jobs, and I looking at Lovie like, bruh. Okay, bro. You didn't have to, but you had to, but you didn't have to. You didn't have. What's our level of expectation for these cats, though? Like, do we expect? We expect Lovie to turn the job down, knowing he's keeping the seat warm for Josh McCown? Are we asking folks to turn down millions of dollars to satisfy working class racial angst? Right? Because that's typically what it is. These folks. I can't even be upset with these cats when they do this type of shit anymore.
That's an excellent point.
I can't. How can I be mad at that? Right?
What would you do?
What would I do?
The teams or the people?
I can't be mad at the coaches. I can't. I have a hard time being mad at folks turning down money. As much as I have issues with capitalism, this is the system that we live under, right? He wants to be a head coach, and he wants to be a head coach. That's what he was. So it's really difficult for us to. I don't know how to navigate that, bro, because it's not as easy as just telling my man to take the job, not take the job.
Yeah. Look, and I apologize. Just to move it back over to Joe Rogan real quick, okay? Joe Rogan did have something to say. All right, so let's give him his due, and let's just take a quick listen to what he had to say. Okay,
we ain't got to. But go
ahead. Let's
go ahead.
We're balanced.
Hello, friends. I'm making this video to talk about the most regretful and shameful thing that I've ever had to talk about publicly. There's a video that's out that's a compilation of me saying the N-word. It's a video that's made of clips taken out of context of me of 12 years of conversations on my podcast. And it's all smushed together, and it looks fucking horrible, even to me. Now, I know that to most people, there's no context where a white person is ever allowed to say that word, never mind publicly on a podcast. And I agree with that now. I haven't said it in years, but for a long time, when I would bring that word up, like if it would come up in conversation, instead of saying the N-word, I would just say the word. I thought as long as it was in context, people would understand what I was doing. Like that context was part of the clip we were talking about Red Fox, how Red Fox said that word on television in the 1970s and how times have changed so much since then. Or about how Richard Pryor used it as one of the titles of one of his albums. Or I was quoting a Lenny Bruce bit, or I was quoting a Paul Mooney bit, or I was talking about how Quentin Tarantino used it repeatedly in Pulp Fiction. Or I was talking about how a Netflix executive, ironically, used it because he was trying to compare it to another offensive word, and he said it out loud, and they fired him. Not calling anybody or just saying the word out loud. I was also talking about how there's not another word like it in the entire English language, because it's a word where only one group of people is allowed to use it, and they can use it in so many different ways. Like if a white person says that word, it's racist and toxic, but a black person can use it and it could be a punchline. It could be a term of endearment. It could be lyrics to a rap song. It could be a positive affirmation. It's a very unusual word, but it's not my word to use.
P, before you get started, I want to make sure that I stress to you how disappointed I am. And I think this is jealousy, okay? You put that motherfucker over top of two of the big, dark, handsome motherfuckers because you wanted to just why couldn't you do that across the whole fucking screen and block everybody out? You put it over me and my man Rob. What the fuck is that about?
See how you do, man?
The paper bag
I see. Okay. It's understood.
Pay attention.
Hey, I'm gonna text your wife and have her come downstairs and give you a hug real quick, because clearly,
yeah, because it sounds like you need it. It does sound like you need it. Okay.
Clearly, bro. Damn, that was sensitivity to a whole nother level right there. Carl Thomas says, dude, what the whatever.
He's a man with Big O's a man with sensitivity.
Just hatred, dude. This is just hatred.
Yo, Big O, that's they part of the Illuminati. That's what they part of.
Illuminati.
You stupid.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Again, the same thing, the same trope as we were talking about with Mel Gibson is that the motherfuckers apologize and then it's just all is forgiven, right? You clearly define the context of the word and that the word is very unique in the English language. But I agreed with that whole part of what he said, right?
Mm-hmm.
You clearly knew that shit and you still said it 110 times. At least
110 different episodes.
You still chose to say it in 110 of your episodes. Fuck you.
And some of those episodes look like they were from like last week and shit.
Can I say this, man? Okay.
Quite recently.
I know a lot of cats remember him from, you know what I'm saying, Fear Factor and shit and fucking
feeding people bull testicles and shit.
Yeah, you know that and UFC, you know what I'm saying, commentating and all that shit. But I don't know if a lot of people realize that he is a comedian. Okay. Yep. Now, I say that to say this. When he was talking about the bits that he was talking about and using in that content, the Paul Mooney and all that other stuff, I understood what he was talking about. And some of his talks he was talking, I was like, but it still doesn't sound good coming out your mouth, you know. And but that shit of saying that he didn't know what he was talking about, I mean, when he the ape joke, the Planet of the Ape joke that he said on his podcast. Dude, there was no way that you could spin that to make me even think that was not racist as shit. Now that was racist as shit.
Right. And he knows his base and he plays to his base and it may be at on the razor edge of playing to your base, but he still fucking plays to his base, and you can't, like, you just fucking explained what it was about, and now you don't know what it's about. Like, I don't.
But do we give him? Is he one of those?
He doesn't get comedic.
What about the boys? What about the white boys that are brought up in the hood and they say it?
I grew up with some of those white boys, and they don't say that word.
Yeah.
They don't say that word. They're not allowed.
We
We
had the
don't
same
give them
policy whether you
license.
grew up
Yeah,
with
grew
us
up
or
in-
grew up
Right,
with us.
right,
When you
right.
said it
Right.
around us, you got
I
jabbed
grew
in the
up with
mouth. I mean,
some dope
There
ass
it
white
is.
boys that grew up in the middle of the fucking hood, and they don't get to say that word. So no,
But we're,
we
no,
don't
we're
say
all
that
part of a
word.
certain
Hey,
we're all
Perry,
part
log
of a
out.
certain age group though too. Some of these younger kids, I don't know necessarily if they follow those same rules because I've
well,
heard
and I
differently from
think,
some of these younger kids.
and I think the thing is, the white folks that we grew up with had an understanding of what we dealt with as Black people. They identified what we dealt with, so there was a certain level of understanding that that's what it is. So when I'm listening to Joe Rogan try to explain and define how unique the word is, he leaves out the central component to why
That
the
made that
motherfucking word is
word
so
is the way it
unique,
is.
right?
Yes, sir.
The
Yes,
history,
sir.
the violent history
Right.
behind the word, the
Right.
violent history that white people inflicted using the word, hence the
Right.
reason why white people can't say the word, right?
Right.
Because when y'all
Absolutely.
motherfuckers say it, it's violence.
We've taken
So
it.
when he,
We've taken it back. That's
yeah,
so
like,
cliche, but it's the truth. Like if you
Hmm.
take a bat and beat me with it, and then throw the bat and you leave, if I want to take that bat and carve it into something else as a
I have that
memory
right.
of what
Hmm.
tragically happened to me, then that's my fucking right to do.
Hmm.
End of story. You can't tell me that I can't do that because you came to my house and beat me with the bat and left it. I
Well, I
get to
beat
keep
my
it.
bitch
I
with a
get to
bat. I beat
Tico.
my bitch with a bat. I beat
She
my bitch
liked
with a
it.
anyway.
She liked it.
Get Rob.
Huh?
But
Wow.
I get to make my own new legacy and memories out of that bat.
Around that bat. There.
I get to do that because I'm the
Yeah.
victim, right? I'm the victim. You're not the victim. You're the perpetrator.
I
So
think it's it's funny because I think me and Elle debate about this one particular uh, nuance back and forth. Ta-Nehisi Coates a while back did a sit down and was talking about how impactful and powerful the word is, and how we as Black people are not afforded the luxury that every other group in America is afforded with words that they associate specifically with themselves. And he gave the example of his wife talking with her girlfriends. They may say bitch to each other in endearment and all those other things, but he would never just interject himself and be calling his wife or her
oh,
girlfriends
bitch. Yeah,
bitches,
no, you
right?
can't do that.
Same thing with queer people. They may have that. Some of them sometimes would use the F word, right?
Mhm.
But it's not for him to interject himself into the conversation and use that word, knowing the context, knowing the history. But for some reason, white people want to glam on to this word. It's like, well, we created the word. How come we can't use the word? And it's funny. It's funny to me because at the end of the day, when you listen to that apology, if you want to call it an apology, it kind of seemed like he was endearing to the word and trying to make an excuse for himself. It really just seemed like he was trying to
That's what it sounded
glorify
like.
his opportunity to be able to use the word, not necessarily
Absolutely.
apologizing for continuing to use the word over the course of 12 years. But that's
Well,
just
those that know about communication and know what the bullet points of an apology are, they were not in that.
There were none. It was not in there.
They weren't there.
No.
They weren't there. So, can we move on? Because fuck this nigga.
Nigga. It's the pack of wild niggas for me though. From Mel
it
Gibson.
is the back of wild
Because it's like
Can we go? Can we? I apologize. Can we go? Can we just go back to a pack of wild niggas?
Yeah, we need to holler at that for a second.
Go back to that for a second.
Because it's almost like, you know what I'm saying, you expect, you know, R.I.P. Steve Irwin to be, you know, in a bush somewhere. Just we have a pack of wild niggas. You know what I'm saying? Just hiding in the
Look
bush.
at them over there.
Look at
Oh,
those
black
pack
and shiny.
black and shiny. The pack
Y'all
of wild
paper bag
niggas with
ain't-
their
y'all
sinewy
are safe.
muscles.
The paper
Ladies
bag
and
niggas
gentlemen,
they're not
I
in
did
there.
not
Y'all
start
can't.
this. I did
Nah,
not
they're
start this,
not
ladies
part
and
of that.
gentlemen. I did
They're not
not
part of
start
that.
Y'all
this.
aren't packing up. Y'all aren't.
All I gotta
part of the
say
pack
is
of wild
this,
niggas.
man.
It's the
You
gift
know,
and the curse.
you know,
That's all
you
it is.
know
It's the gift and the
exactly how
curse.
it goes. You know, you have
Andy, shut up.
you have two
You might
black
be right.
people is a couple, but if you got three black people, it's a gang. You know how it goes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how it was.
absolutely.
So
Locking your door.
but Tigo,
Locking your door.
but Tigo, my whole thing, when he says this to his wife, okay, do we have confirmation that she didn't answer back saying, "How do you know I haven't been?"
Oh,
Is that why you want to drag the shit on so you could drop that right there?
this motherfucker is the Palpatine of setting up his own joke. He
I
played the
hate it
long
here.
game.
Damn,
L,
that was some
Okay.
Kaiser Soze shit right there. Like you set that joint up. Like,
Alley hooped it to himself. And
Yo, this nigga played the long game so hard for his own joke, bro. I gotta
it
give
was a
him
while.
props.
You gotta
It was a
respect it.
while.
You gotta
It was a
respect
while.
it.
It was a
Yes,
while. He
yes,
was
yes,
very
bro.
patient.
Yo, even
Well,
Chet said it was nice, bro.
look. I mean, it wasn't
Nice
one
way
I
to
was
set it in the
thinking
pocket.
He
about.
was very
Nice way to
patient.
sit in
Tico
the
was
pocket.
thinking about it because we were both thinking the same thing when we heard the phrase "pack of wild niggas." The
Yo,
first
Tico was
thing
over there laughing at himself, bro.
The first thing we thought about was an episode of Blacked. I'm sorry, that's the
Y'all see
first thing I
y'all see what
thought
I deal
about.
with
You know
on
what
a
I mean?
weekly basis.
damn. Okay.
Wow.
Shit. Where's my whiskey at?
So would have it been different if he said that there was a gaggle of niggas? If he said, yo, if there was
Gaggle
a
is
gaggle,
more lighthearted and bubbly.
a
Gaggle
flock,
is
or
like-
how about a flock? A flock of niggas.
Yeah.
Flock
Gang,
So you're like, yo, there was a
Yeah,
flock of
flock.
pack
niggas.
and gang
Yeah,
are like
pack.
aggressive.
I'm thinking violence.
Yeah. A pack.
Yeah.
You thinking, okay, all right.
Yeah, gaggle is like a
It's just mad
Gaggle of
niggas
peace.
out there.
Gaggle-
Gaggle
gaggle
is
of-
just
gaggle of
is
peace.
like a basketball court, if you will, full of niggas. Just mad niggas just hanging out somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
There's a
Right,
half
help
court.
me, Lord.
Look, half court playing 21, my brother playing 21.
Somebody help.
Or better
Somebody
yet,
help.
look, better yet, horse. Horse.
There it is. There it is. Let's go, man.
Help. Help.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
You ain't shit for that, though.
I didn't even want my nigga.
You guys got the
That is
moxie. You guys got the moxie. Let's go.
Oh my goodness! Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, look, that will. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. That will conclude our headline grab.
Yeah, we
Now-
went long on that one.
Yeah, we kind of yeah. Pause. Yeah, so we did kind of go long on that one.
Ain't no pause here, damn it.
That really wasn't a pause. You could have just let that shit go.
Really hurt.
Oh, hella pause. We went long on that one.
You need no pause right
But
there.
yo,
Yeah, I
but you
didn't
know
do that.
something.
Long?
But you know something.
Teach 'em to hang
I'll
out
say
right there.
this. I'll say this, guys. You know what? Let's have a fun conversation. Okay.
Let's
Let's
go.
have a fun conversation.
let's
So let's go
go.
to
This will be a fun conversation. Yes, it will be.
so let's take a trip, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold
to
on, because
the
people
power
are so
universe.
sensitive because nowadays you can watch your favorite TV show whenever you want to. There are spoiler alerts coming. This show premiered on Sunday. It is now
Today is what?
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
We
That's
are
two
past-
spoiler alerts?
We passed.
Oh no, we got a 24-hour limit for spoiler
Thank
alerts.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But you know, a lot of
after
people don't
24
believe that,
hours,
they can watch
everybody
it
died.
want
I don't
to.
know what the fuck.
Right.
Cold-blooded
Whereas
light-skinned
in
people, I
back in
swear.
the day, if
Um,
you won't sit in front of the TV on Sunday, your ass wasn't gonna see it till reruns in the summertime.
Thank you.
I'm
fuck,
so
get your shit
sorry.
together.
We have a 24-hour moratorium
Limit
on spoilers.
That's all I got.
And-
Shit.
Now we could, everybody's fair game now. Like
Thank
Dale
you,
said,
thank you.
Everybody died.
That's
nigga.
just-
Thank
know
you.
what I'm saying?
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our trip down the Power Universe, and I'm stealing this quote from the Power After Hour podcast. The MCU for drug dealing.
No shit. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't like it. I don't like
More
it,
like
though.
DC, movie universe for drug dealing. You know, I wouldn't say MCU, subpar.
Yeah.
The product.
And if we're gonna liken it to something, you know what I'm saying?
I used to love
The
like
Wire is
trashy hood
the
novels,
Wire is Marvel,
and this is that.
MCU.
This is that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Wire,
It's
the
good,
Wire.
and I don't
Yeah,
need
with
the
the
whole thing.
typos and everything, the margins all the
Absolutely.
fuck off.
Okay,
Absolutely.
you guys are
Two,
gonna have
two,
to
and two.
take my black card for tonight because I don't watch Power, so I'm
Yeah,
going
it's
to.
all
Oh, it's
good.
okay.
Oh damn, he took himself
Oh
out.
wow, he just
Damn.
right
No,
straight
that was
up
me.
took
That
himself
was me.
out. Okay.
Oh, that was
Oh
you.
shit! I love
Oh,
this
damn.
show.
Oh,
That's
wow.
what I'm
Yeah,
talking
oh,
about.
King,
I've been trying to get rid of his
King.
ass for like 4 years. It was
But look, ladies and gentlemen, look. This past
man.
Sunday, we had the season 2 finale of Power Book 2 Ghost, and we had the long-awaited series premiere of Power Book 4 Force. So,
Come on, Raj. Come on, bro.
let's get to the season finale. Okay.
Zeke
I
dead, y'all.
appreciate
He
Raj.
dead.
I appreciate Raj's
Go.
honesty.
Yeah,
Oh,
oh,
baby,
yeah.
go.
The Zeke memes are now gone, guys. So look, let's pour a little bit. I'll pour a little bit
I'm
out
wondering,
for
did
Zeke.
they kill Zeke because of the memes? Because everybody was killing him on social media, like
No, the reason why they killed Zeke out. They killed
or
Zeke
did he
out
actually
for,
get drafted? Okay.
Nah, man, they killed him out for it was about some child labor laws and shit. Something about child labor laws.
You
Nigga,
stupid.
but you
Shut
going the
up,
wrong
Tina.
way because he was 4 years older than he should
Nobody
be.
knew that when he signed the contract. It's how you can't sign the contracts. He was a minor. He was a minor when he came in the game.
Nigga was 30.
Yeah.
What? 30. Yo,
But guys, yeah, I was gonna ask, how did you like the way this season finale played out from the courtroom, to the very end? Can we start with the courtroom? Can we start with the
I
courtroom?
actually like the whole deal, man, but I know my homie L has a different perspective on this one. I'm gonna defer to L. I want to hear what
Okay.
L got to say.
yeah, go ahead.
I thought that
Detractors
shit was
first.
mid.
Detractors first.
Like I thought it was so mid, and I think I come from an old school stance of liking an old fashioned cliffhanger. I like to go into the next season with some shit on the line, like you know what I mean. And I felt like they closed everything, like Keisha said, they closed everything, they buttoned everything up, so you had nothing to really look forward to outside of the one chick finding out whether him finding out that she killed, the light-skinned girl, the pretty girl.
Yeah.
I was just like, yo, why couldn't we have a
Don't even know the
cliffhanger?
name
Couldn't
of
we
the
have
story
some?
characters. He
I
don't even
don't.
know the name of
I know
the characters.
Tyreek is. That was another issue that I had
Yeah.
with it, though, right? They treat Tyreek like Tyreek is this motherfucking criminal mastermind. Like he's just this genius. We gonna wait for Tyreek to come through and he gonna come up with a plan. And his plan was absolutely flawless outside of my man who, got into his feelings and ended up killing Zeke. I didn't think it was anything special. I didn't think it was bad,
Right.
but I didn't leave it like,
See,
this is
I'm
superstar.
the opposite
I wanted
type of
more.
watcher. I'm the opposite type of watcher. I like closure. I like them to close it up and maybe leave a little sprinkle, which was the whole Effie Lauren thing. Those are the names of the characters. Effie and Lauren.
Yeah, the light skin and the
Thing.
Puerto Rican.
And there's
yes.
a couple of other little bits.
They left a
that-
lot of
that-
they left a lot of
They
sprinkles
left some things
for
open, but
next
Help yourself,
season.
one motherfucking
Yeah.
minute.
If there'll be a
the
next season.
storylines that have been presented in this season.
But is that enough to
all
get you to
buttoned
come
up.
back next season, though, to
if-
find
if-
out
if
that
there's
Effie
another
killed
season.
Lauren?
No, there
Like,
is
is that
another
enough?
season.
There's a
Oh,
bunch
yeah,
of
there
those,
got to be
though.
another season.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
50 Cent, 50 Cent rules stars. There's going to be another season.
Yeah, he
Oh,
owns
clearly.
stars, man.
Yeah.
at this
Yeah, he
point,
owns
bro.
stars, man.
Yeah,
He
it's
owns
about to
stars,
be
bro.
his. It's about to be 50
Yeah.
stars.
But
okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
but
Rob, go ahead.
to that point, I think to Keisha's point, I do think that they left a lot of stuff. They left some breadcrumbs for you for next season. You know what I'm saying? You got the return of what's her name, Blanca Rodriguez, the
Blanca
DA
Rodriguez,
investigator.
DA agent. Yeah.
Now she's going to be on Tariq's trail.
That was a nice drop. That was a nice drop.
Yeah. So Tariq ain't out of the woods. You know, we thought he was out of the woods with this trial, but nah, he's about to go through it again. And now they're also setting up to go into the backstory of what went down between Davis and his brother, who's portrayed by a red man.
Red man.
Rob,
One of the
before
goats,
you go any further, can we give Clifford Method Man Smith his props for the portrayal of his character of Davis McClain?
I put that on social media earlier this week, a couple of days ago.
And I want to talk about that too. You put that up there on social media, and the response that you got back was the
total opposite.
It's the damn it typical response I'd expect you to get back was, we don't give a fuck about his acting. He fine. Man,
right.
Really?
The ladies hijacked my thread on that one, but my thread was saying that he's not being talked about nearly enough for his portrayal
as
Davis McClain, because his portrayal of Davis McClain, like, you forget that he's Method Man. You know what I'm saying? He is like
most of the other roles
really.
He's done. It's like him playing himself, right?
Him playing himself, like he was playing Cheese in The Wire. That was just him just playing. You know what I'm saying? But this role right here, he's murdering this role, man. He's killing this role. Like it's a brilliant portrayal of a sleazy attorney. But as far as
he has a bright future too, very bright future outside. Bright future outside. I mean, this is going to elevate him to
as far as
roles, man. Man.
Elgin, I have a question. Ask these guys in our group chat. Do you think if Method Man becomes a superhero, are they going to make him shave his beard off?
No.
It
depends on the superhero. Depends on the superhero.
Not only that, but I think for women, the beard, his style of beard specifically, right, matches. It always has. His beard has always matched the size and frame of his face perfectly, right? Ain't too many brothers nowadays rocking the clean chin strap in the way that Meth does. Right. So I think that's part of his
proper chin shape for that.
Yeah, perfect for that particular beard. So no, I don't think they would ever ask him to do that. They would be insane.
Good point. But yeah, he's absolutely killing that role, man. I'm really digging that. But back to like how they're opening up for next season. I think they left plenty. Because you know, you have to anticipate Tariq finding out exactly what happened to Lauren. You feel me? And how that's going to blow back on his relationship with both Bredren and Effie. You feel me?
But
it's a lot of stuff to anticipate for next season.
I'm sorry, Rob. I'm sorry, Pete. But do you all see the mirror universe that's going on? For the simple fact that Reek is freaking. Reek is not the drug game. He's stumbling and fumbling on. You know what I'm saying? Getting robbed, this, that, blah, blah, right? His pops had that locked down because his pop was already in the streets. So his pops fumbled and stumbled in the political game. Reek got that political shit because of his, you know what I'm saying? Because his homeboy, because his man. You know what I'm saying? He's already in that. Yo, Ghost is dope as shit because he already know what the fuck he was doing by putting his kid in the right place. You know what I'm saying? Yo, the DNA, but you know me, I already say that Reek is not even Ghost's kids. I think that's motherfucking damn Kane's kid. But anyway, but that's a whole other motherfucking damn shit. That's a whole nother fucking damn scenario shit. But I'm saying though, Ghost is dope because he put Reek in the place that he needed to be around the people that he needed to be around. To think a whole different way, you know what I'm saying, to be better than he was. But Reek, he's gonna have to do some hard time. That's, you know what I'm saying, because nobody's the mastermind like that. You can't be touched without, you know what I'm saying. There's no way. There's no way that you can sit up at this motherfucker and this nigga not do a bid. You know what I'm saying?
Not gonna happen.
His father never did a bid. His father never did a bid.
He did actually.
When he was younger, yes, he did.
He did a bid on early in the season.
Yeah, he had on the county orange.
Yeah, the orange.
But that wasn't the first time though. He wasn't the first time. Him and Kane and all them cats, you know, they was young. You know what I'm saying? And he had a record. So. Yeah.
And I thought there was a plan for a show showing him, Tasha, and Tommy back when they were young.
when they were
No,
kids.
they're gonna be a part of Raising Canaan, probably like season 3,
So
season 4.
listen, the numbers are skipping. Hold on.
I love that. By the way, go ahead.
What, that the numbers are skipping?
No, Raising Canaan. Raising
Oh,
Yeah,
that
Canaan.
Raising
one's
Canaan
good
was dope.
too.
No, Raising
That shit
Canaan
was
is incredible.
phenomenal.
It's
That
incredible.
shit was
So Power
phenomenal.
was 1, right?
Mhm.
Right.
There's no 2.
No, 2 is Ghost.
2 is this is 2 Ghost.
Yeah, Ghost.
I don't think so,
Mhm.
It's
y'all.
It
Power
is.
Book
I'm
2.
telling you, it's
Power
Power
Book
Book 2
Oh yeah,
Ghost.
Power Book 2 Ghost. Well, there's no 4.
Yeah, there is a
5 is
4.
Tommy.
No,
What's 5? What's 4?
4 is Tommy Force. Okay,
Force.
when they originally started it, it was supposed to be 5, but they moved it back to 4. 5
Okay,
is
gotcha.
influence. 5 is supposed to be the Tate,
The Tate joint.
the Tate joint.
That's gonna be good. If he got his brother with him now too, that's gonna be good. I'm excited.
That's that wire blueprint, son.
It's like some
It
of
is.
these, not all of them, but some of these episodes are masterfully written. Like they're really good.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
I've got
The writing has gotten better over.
really
much
has.
better.
Yeah.
Much
The
better.
writing has
Much better.
improved.
Since Power,
Much
you
better.
remember El? We
Absolutely.
used to watch Power, and we wanted to stop watching that bullshit because it
You
got
can't,
so
because you wanna know
outrageous.
No, I
Right?
did. No,
But
I
you- but hold
did.
up, but hold up, but hold up.
I
But
did.
you're invested. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you
Absolutely.
know, you've already watched all these seasons of Power. And look, El, you remember when we were all getting into the fire sticks at the same time, right? That's one of the shows I picked up. You're invested. I done sat there and binge
You can't
watched
let it
like
down.
1 through
Yeah.
season 1 through 3. Now I'm caught up and I'm invested now. But
It
as
was
wild
it was the
as
hater Reek. It was the hater
Nope.
Tyreek. It was the
Nope.
hater Reek.
Nope.
we used to hate
Yeah.
Tariq's ass.
Yeah,
The hater
that was
Tyreek,
y'all.
you know what I'm saying?
That was y'all. You remember, and I say this all the time. I dipped out on season 4 and put all of my concentration into Snowfall. Okay, and then after
Perry line. That nigga was
No,
that
no,
nigga was out
no,
here watching
no.
Empire. That nigga was watching the last joint of Empire. That nigga he was out there watching the last joint of Empire.
No, but
watching
where
daggone
my
Smoke Eye.
frustration came with Power was around like the beginning to mid season 3. They started to throw all these different plot lines, and it just got
Yo,
overly
exactly.
complicated.
it started
Yeah, I
feeling
love
like
it.
Empire. It started
right.
feeling
It's
like
right.
Empire.
That's why I stopped.
Exactly.
That's why I stopped watching.
Shut up,
Empire.
Tico.
Because it got
Shut up,
overly
Tico.
overly complicated for no reason. Like they had like a good, I think 4 plot lines at most for a series of this size is enough. But there were like 6 or 7 different
Yeah, they
fucking
did.
plot lines
It was
going
so
at once,
many
and it's like
moving
no,
parts.
it wasn't necessary. It wasn't really progressing the story.
Right.
I
I
It
agree.
was just for like pow pow pow,
Yep.
and
Yeah,
it was unnecessary.
Yeah.
But now, but
And
like,
I felt like this season of Power Book 2 was starting to do that, and then they brought it back in. It was like around middle, like right after the mid-season break. And they started throwing out, sprinkling all these little different
Yeah, like
plot.
why?
Right?
It's just-
Why?
Yeah.
Why? It doesn't make sense to the story. It's not going to add to the 4 or 5 plot lines y'all got already. Like, stop doing that. And then
And
they
that's
kind of
the-
reeled it back in. They reeled it
Can
back
we
in.
talk about
Yep, and that's to bring
2022?
it back to L's point that
Yep.
the writing has gotten phenomenally
Absolutely.
better on this job. Go
Absolutely.
ahead, Tico.
Can we talk about 2022 Mark and Mark?
Hey,
Zach?
Sorry.
No,
What?
no, he wants to get into Force. He wants to start.
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about talk about
Can we talk
Force.
about
You didn't
Mark
like
and
it?
Mark? Who, me?
Yeah. What were your thoughts, of the series premiere?
I loved it.
Tommy's always been my favorite character on Power,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
Like,
He's so
but he only thing that I don't have an issue with per se, but it was just like when I'm watching the show and 15 minutes into the show, he's knocking the bartender off. Like, I'm like,
That's at 22 minutes. 22 minutes. That was
I was
at
like,
22 minute mark.
yo, bro, you ain't even get
like,
this. Like,
I kept count.
that's
like,
they gotta
damn.
play it.
But I thought
They
it
gotta
was
play it in
really
their base,
good.
Elgin. They gotta play it in
Yeah,
their
I
base.
absolutely agree. I thought it was really well done. I really like the story of the brother who just got out of prison. I think they have a great opportunity with him to really build up a story. He's on that edge of not wanting to commit acts of violence, but still want to be in the game. And you have the younger brother who still, is in love with the streets. I love that. I really couldn't connect too much with my man from Sons and Anarchy, Tig.
Yeah, Bobby Fat.
I really couldn't connect with that. That he really didn't do it for me, right? I wanted more from that story. But the black dude, the brothers, him getting out of prison, cutting his old head's hair, that one last time, and just seeing Tommy be Tommy, right? Tommy's been the same character. Loved it.
No, my favorite. I was gonna say my favorite. Spoiler alert. Okay, he gets to Chicago. All right, which Chicago is just a planned stopover. All right, he's driving to the West Coast. Everything is going through his mind with everything that he left behind. He almost has an accident. He decides to go to Chicago. He decides to sneak up on his grandmother. His grandmother's in pretty much an old folks home. He gets to the old folks home.
Who he thought was dead all these years.
Exactly.
All these years.
And this dude following him, and then they realize, yo, we're brothers.
And you know what I stood up and said? Tommy got a black brother.
Yeah.
Yep. His mom's was clapping cheeks with getting her cheeks clapped by a brother.
You know how that happens. I mean,
I mean, ain't no thing. But
tell to the dark side. Tell to the dark side.
Right.
The Italians won't touch you if they know you've been hit with the black salami. You've been touched with the black salami.
You know that they
won't touch you.
You know well, to your point, P, Tommy was actually getting ready to off himself. He didn't almost have an accident.
He was going to kill himself. Yeah.
He's getting ready to off himself, bro.
Yeah. He turned his lights off, and
But you knew once he smashed that bartender, you knew California was over.
It was done.
It was over.
Look.
She got a husband that never came back too. Oh yeah,
look. The minute that he,
and she makes good soup.
Please, and she makes good soup.
And she makes some good soup.
The minute he strolled into a drug deal.
Don't ever do that shit again. Never.
He ain't going anywhere. Okay, he just strolled right into a drug deal. Okay, killed the tweakers
and lived.
It took money, didn't spend the money, and just used it to meet the main guy in town.
You know why? Because he's Tommy.
But we all know Tommy though, right? Remember in Power, he's supposed to have been got a long time ago.
Oh yeah,
it's the luck. If y'all ain't hear me, it's the fucking luck of the Irish. Every fucking time, it's always some little bit of shit that happens that turn his shit around where he just barely gets out of his fucking situation. I think that this is what this whole joint is going to be about. Because Tommy is reckless. Exactly. He's reckless and he goes out here and does these things, and there's consequences to these things, but he's done some other things to cancel out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He don't always get all the consequences.
Right. He'll, you know what I'm saying? Right.
Will we see recklessness or will we see growth? Okay.
I don't want growth. I don't want growth. I want to watch kids and puppies grow. I don't want to watch Tommy grow.
Okay.
No, now, I want reckless ass Tommy.
Now I do have something to say, okay? That's probably going to offend a couple of people. All right. Those that were posting after Force and was like, yo, this got to pick up. This is moving too slow.
How?
All right. Let me explain. Okay. Look, no. I'm sorry you're a part of the binge culture. Okay. It's not that the storyline is slow, because remember, this is still kind of an origin story because you were setting up new characters in a new location.
Yeah, we didn't. And in the original Power, we didn't really know that much about Tommy.
Only his crazy mom.
Right. His mom.
Exactly.
And his dad. Yeah. Well, dad.
But my point is, it's not the story that's moving slow. It's that, dare I say it, but your ass is slow. That's all it is. Your ass is
Not
slow.
just slow. Y'all ain't
Okay?
picking up the details
Your
from the
ass
story.
is
Damn.
slow.
Yep, I get
Just
it.
chill
I get it.
and watch. Okay? We get this all the time. We get this all the time. I'm not even gonna go into WandaVision right now because I might piss some of y'all off. But
Yeah,
fuck y'all,
please
y'all
don't.
slow. You're
Yeah, the
slow.
reaction to the first couple of episodes of WandaVision. It's like, man, just go hook
Well, them
yourself up to a
motherfuckers,
car
they
battery.
wanted Thanos to show up in the second episode.
Exactly.
The
Exactly.
second episode, no, second minute.
Like, yeah.
Okay,
But what
who
more?
expects
What
you
more
to
could you
wait?
have possibly
No.
wanted from Force? Though you got everything. You got everything from Tommy in that one episode.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you got that shit within the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, you did.
Yep.
And but also people have to think about power loyalists, if you want to call us that, the people that watch from season 1 aren't necessarily only people who are watching this particular show. They made it in a way so that even if you never saw an episode of Power, you got a little glimpse about what this man's life was from the beginning, and then you moved into the plot, right? It's not always going to be expansive as far as that's concerned. And yes, Reggie, you're right. Character development. Like, what do y'all watch? Do y'all read books?
No,
Like, you gotta get this, you
Yeah,
gotta
nah.
build up and get to know.
no.
The author and the writer is gonna give you little pieces of the
But you
person's
figure that we
character.
live
There's
in
no
a
Scooby Doo,
TikTok
like,
culture, a real culture,
right.
where motherfuckers want everything in less than 30 seconds. Imagine their
Well,
sex life.
yeah.
So you can only
Oh shit.
you can only imagine. I mean, literally, that's what they want. They want it
Yeah.
all
All
right
all
now.
right now.
And I'm good. I
The
don't need all that. I'm
the
take your
elongation,
time.
the elongation, right?
Let the
So
foreplay come in. Damn, let's hold hands for a minute before damn.
Right.
Damn.
Before we get the wet towel to clean up. I mean, can we at
Give me a
least
sexy text at work or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Get my mind right.
God,
Yo,
can I get a hey
look,
baby first?
yo,
Right.
yo,
That big
a
head.
little-
Can I get at least that?
look, a little.
Hey,
What you
big
doing?
head.
yeah.
What you
Don't
doing?
you hate when don't you hate when women get those Dollar Tree towels and they put them on the bed and they be like itching your ass and shit. 'Cause, you know what I'm saying?
No,
They itchy.
no.
Yeah,
No, I don't.
nah,
By the way, just to be clear, I
nah.
don't care. Dollar Tree, Family Dollar,
The cheaper the towel, the more absorbent it is, and you really shouldn't.
and it's her
use
sheets.
that-
So
you shouldn't use Downy or other fabric
Yeah,
softeners
that
in your
part. It's her
towels
sheets.
Okay.
because there are more
Does it
absorbent
matter?
that way.
Does it matter if the water is lukewarm or
yes,
cold?
water temperature matters. If you bring me a cold towel, you're going back to the damn bathroom to get me a warm towel.
Well, listen, water at my house, and Tico and Rob and Perry will tell you the water at my house, you can make tea off of it. So that's what you get.
You got the perfect towels. And we are right.
Count it.
Just depends if you've been dipped in the cooling water. Hey,
Bring
been
that towel to
dipped.
me with some tongs like at the Japanese
You
restaurant.
ain't lying.
You know what I'm saying?
Wave that shit back and forth a little bit. Something.
In fact, next time we do hot pot in my house, I'm literally gonna run the little towels. I'm gonna go to Dollar Tree and buy some washcloths for less than $1, and then I'm
Get the
gonna
white joints. Get the white
wet
ones.
them in my just
Them the
regular
ones that-
old
them the
hot
ones that when
hot
they dry up,
faucet water,
they
and those will be the
crunkle up.
hot towels that you wash your
whoa,
hands
Them
with.
the ones that crunkle up when they dry up. They be like,
But does color really matter though? Does color really matter?
Oh, the washcloth?
Yeah.
No, it really don't matter. But
Actually,
we
but it
use
will,
white.
but it
use
does
white
tell the truth. It
washcloths
does
in our
tell the
house,
truth.
'cause
It does
you'll
tell
know
the
when
truth.
you're clean after a white.
That white
Right.
Well,
shit
also on
will
the
tell the truth.
converse of that, the dyes they still leach out of those, especially if you buy a cheap red washcloth
Oh my god!
and you
I
take
can
it and
imagine.
you run it under some hot water, and you squeeze it,
It
there's
turns
still red
pink.
dye coming out
That's
for a
facts.
long
Yeah,
time.
That's
So
facts.
I
But to
just go
Tico's
with the
point,
white people. Go with the white.
I know.
to Tico's point, those white washcloths will humble your ass.
I tell you,
They'll humble your ass. They'll bring you down to earth real quick.
I've
You be
always
like,
get
oh
up-
shit,
once you
let
get
me
up
go
under-
back
once you
again.
get up under them damn, once you get up under them nuts, when
Hold
you get up under them
on.
nuts,
Hit that
like,
little,
ah,
that
they
little
like,
space
ah,
right there.
that,
Hit,
yeah,
hit
that
the
little
space.
spot right.
You know the
Boy,
space.
You know the
God,
space.
we like,
Okay,
Woo-wee.
yeah.
I have a question. So I've
Hell,
always
you
had a question
stupid
about that
nigga.
because this seems to be like a thing with black people. So
How did we transition from power to talk about washing taints and shit?
Yo,
It's
it's
rabbit
called
hole.
straight to tape, bro. It's called
Rabbit
straight
hole,
to
bro.
you
tape.
see rabbit hole in the
Okay,
bottom of the screen.
okay, it's
Anyway,
called straight to
I have a
tape, right?
question.
Go ahead, Keisha.
Uh-huh.
I'm dying to hear this.
What is the expectation for black people of where the dirt should actually go? Because it's not like people make fun of you if it's on your washcloth. So here's my backstory. When I
Okay,
go to
hear this.
Atlanta, I go to this spa named Juju. They
Mhm.
have this thing called a body shampoo. There's a woman's side and a men's side. They have all kind of other services like reflexology and shampoos and facials
Sure.
and noni steams and
Yeah.
all that stuff. But the thing is to get in the sauna
Facials.
and then shut the fuck up. Get in the sauna and then you get this body shampoo. It is this woman. You're on basically a some kind of plastic covered massage table, and
Mm.
she has these little loofah gloves, and she scrubs your body from your neck all the way down to the tip of your toes, everywhere, and lifting up all kind of parts and scrubbing under and all everything. If you happen to open your eyes, so she douses you with warm water, then she douses you with warm soap, and I'm assuming the men do the same thing on their side. And then she scrubs you and she rinses you with warm water, and then she puts oil on your body and rubs it in, right?
Yeah,
Exfoliate. I
Most.
love that.
But if you happen to open your eyes and you see all the fucking black skin that comes or that rolls off of your body, depending on how long you do, and I exfoliate regularly, but still, so normal people, there are not a lot of people that I know that have gotten that scrub. They're not getting that scrub, and they're probably not even exfoliating regularly.
Yeah.
And the
more than
reason why
likely,
you
no.
black people are so ashy is because you don't exfoliate regularly.
Facts.
And that dead skin is on the top layer of your skin, and you won't scrub it off
Facts.
because you don't want your washcloth to be dirty. Because if you scrub yourself properly, even every other day, your washcloth should have some skin cell residue on it. If you don't do it, you're not doing it right. And y'all all ashy.
Damn. Let me find out. I can schooling us.
I thought Ash supposed to keep the coldness out.
No.
Never heard that.
I never heard
that either.
Yeah.
Nah, but you should be
suppose-
dry washing anyway before you take your regular or the exfoliating process anyway. So I mean that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So when black
interesting.
people talk, oh, her washcloth was dirty or his washcloth's dirty, nigga, that's skin cells. That doesn't
Yeah, but
not
I think that's
necessarily, like,
stupid though, ain't it? If the
Dirt.
washcloth is dirty, like
it's supposed to be dirty. 'Cause even
Right.
It's a
Our
that means
washcloth.
her
That means,
ass is clean. Like
that means I'm clean, motherfucker.
Exactly.
like
Exactly. What's the fuss?
if the motherfucker
like,
is what?
that
That
makes
is
me so upset. But I don't.
But
feel
if
like
you
our
wash
shit
your
is
body
dirty.
with your washcloth and then you dry yourself and your towel is dirty, then did
That's
you
a
really
different
wash
thing
your
That's
now.
a different. That's a different
That's a different
conversation.
thing.
hop back in,
Yeah.
That's a
do
different
it all
conversation.
over.
Yeah, I'm back in.
But people be talking
I'm
about
back
somebody's white washcloth is dirty. It's supposed to be dirty, nigga, because it's cleaning the dirt off.
Hold up,
Where
real
the
quick.
dirt go?
Where did you say you go to get this done?
It's a spa called Juju. It's just north of Atlanta on 95. I'll send you the link.
Juju.
You said,
Interesting.
I'm sorry. What?
Juju.
Fascinating.
Oh god.
And I'm due for a
God.
visit in about a month. I got to go.
As for me, Ling.
I got to go. Oh, they in there. They're
There
in
it is.
there.
They giving out the happy
Let's not go there.
Nigga, no,
Let's not.
no.
Let's not go there.
However, I was concerned when that
See?
whole story hit because it's
That sound
like
like a
there's a
happy
whole
spot.
section of town, right? And Juju is just north of that section a little bit, right?
Oh, okay. Right on the
Where all the
edge.
spas and the restaurants and
Mhm.
Asian restaurants and stuff like that are. But they were fine. They were okay.
Yeah, I'm always concerned about that.
No, you're not.
You're always concerned.
You're
about
right,
that.
because you know I'm like, yo, that's question number one. Like, yo, I don't want to know what oil you use and what
Dude, it's
towel
not
you
that kind of
use.
space. Like they
How
actually,
is the ending?
the first time, the first time I
Look,
went there, they have a you pay a fee to get in, and there are lots of free services
I'll pay
to
for it.
get.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, nigga, get on your feet. So they have like they have different saunas and different rock rooms, like rock chambers and quiet chambers and cold chambers and hot chambers. So you get all that for the entry fee, but they also have sleeping rooms. So the first time I went there,
That's what's up.
a sleeping room.
there was a group of deltas, I think they
I'll
were,
need a nap after.
and they were meeting
Go
from
ahead.
all across the country because they were from. I'm trying to tell my damn story, y'all. Anyway,
Hair up, man.
Mute this
motherfucker right now, please. Mute him.
so they literally all converged there to spend the night, like have girls, and there's a restaurant there. There might be a bar there. There's a little gym thing, so they converged there to spend the night and
They can
get
swing
their
all
spa
right.
services. They're open 24/7 when they're open.
That's what's up.
Ladies and gentlemen, now look, let me be real with y'all, okay? We don't plan
She
these rabbit
lubed that rabbit
holes.
hole.
They happen naturally, okay? They happen totally naturally.
When you
Whew.
have to tell people your hole opens naturally, then you probably they don't believe you. But continue.
Oh my God. Yo, Tico.
Why you call my name out when she said that shit? I was in prison once. That was only once.
Tico, damn it. Do you have anything weird for us today?
Yeah, man, I do.
my
Matter of
That
fact,
shit
I
wasn't
do.
weird enough. What the fuck?
Yeah, that wasn't weird enough. Yeah.
Nope.
I
No,
do.
wait
That
till
was
you
good.
hear.
That
No,
was
wait
good
till you hear.
information. Shoot.
No, wait till you hear because now it's time for Tico's Theater of the
Weird.
Oh shit. Weird.
It's so good.
Weird.
Super weird.
This is gonna go well.
Yes, probably good.
You think so? Think so?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's February. And we all know what that means. No, I'm not talking Black history. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about what it's really meant to be, and that's Valentine's Day. And everybody know that February is mating season. And I say that to say that my man in the British Zoo has hired a Marvin Gaye impersonator to sing sexual healing to get monkeys in the mood to do the wild
Monkeys
thing.
in the mood,
To do the wild thing.
like Aaron and Nora on Planet of the Apes.
Joe
Yeah.
Rogan's gonna show up at your house.
That's racist.
So yes,
I'm black. I
They
can talk about
hired-
monkeys and go
yes, they hired Barry Mannequin to come out and to sing sexual healing for the female monkeys to get aroused, to do their thing. And he topped it off.
Topped it
Let's
off.
get it on.
Hella pause. Hella pause.
That's good. That was good.
And so after the Let It Get It On went on for about a whole good, I think he sung the 12-inch version.
Y'all just let this man run around unchained like a monkey.
Yo,
Hate this.
you got
dude.
another one. You gotta have another one.
You got another one, you Tico. I know you do,
I
bro.
Come
hate
on,
it.
Tico.
Here.
Come on.
Needless
can
to
do it.
say, Needless to say, the media Peter came through, and they had a little trouble, man.
Peter.
He had a little trouble, man, going on. But, you know, that's how it goes, man. So all I could say is this: that the monkeys, the baboons, were getting it on all night long. Let's just say there was a lot of red baboon ass smacking.
Jesus Christ.
That's gotta hurt.
A lot of silverback bucking.
Who the hell was that was doing that clapping noise, nigga?
I have no idea.
It's fucking Elgin.
A
No,
lot of
no.
a lot of origami orangutan tanging.
And a pack of wild niggas.
And a pack of wild niggas to come around and end it out. Thank you so much, Rob, for ending my joke. That's exactly how I was about to end it. So yes. That was Spirit of the Weird, man.
Oh wow! Oh
Oh,
wow!
man.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh wow! Wow!
Y'all
Wow.
crazy as hell. All y'all crazy. All of y'all.
Hold
Yo,
up. The
I
quote for
love-
tonight
look.
still gotta be the quote for tonight still gotta be Keisha. She's like, I'm black. I can talk about monkeys if I want. I was like, what type of shit is that?
I can wear a monkey shirt. I can call my kids little monkeys if I want to. You know why? Because I earn that shit.
Hey, yo, Kay.
I don't really
Yeah,
have anything to
drop
say
a verse on them. Drop a verse on them.
She already did tell y'all to wash your ass and exfoliate, nigga.
That's
That's
it?
the
No,
that's the
no,
post.
no. Just generally out of this time in the internet, please take a break if you need to. I haven't approached a time when I feel like I need a break, but if that time ever comes, I'm going to take a break. The internet is filled with a lot of things, and as much as I'm an advocate for catering what I see, because you completely have that ability, right? You can unfollow people, you can unfollow groups, you can unfollow celebrities that don't really build your soul. I impress upon you to take a break if you need to. The internet is filled with bullshit, like just basically bullshit news, fake news, just general dissenting opinions about where you're trying to focus your light. So if you feel like you need to take a break, you can take a break. Like leave completely. Exchange phone numbers with the people that you are on social media. It's not worth your mental health, like for real.
There it is.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
You monkeys.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.
And on top of all of that, exfoliate, nigga.
Exfoliate.
Wash your
No,
ass.
2 times a week. 2 times a week. And exfoliation can be with
Wash
external products like they used to sell, and I can't find it. If anybody's seen it in the store, that old peach scrub, that is the best exfoliant ever. However, it's probably bad for our environment because these little microscopic peach holes go down the drain, and they probably clog the drain somewhere. So whatever. But
Yes, we got plumbers for.
one of the best exfoliants is a cheap ass. Shut up. Is a cheap ass white washcloth, like literally the ones with that feel a little uncomfortable to your skin. Soak that bitch up and scrub everywhere from here down to the bottom of your feet. And make sure you wash your legs and feet when you're in the shower, please.
Ain't nothing like the back of your legs stinking. Ain't nothing like ain't nothing like when you be like, you be like, and you be like, what's that smell? And it be like, and they got like they legs out, and the back of their leg just stink. It's
Ladies and gentlemen,
I don't think anyone here has ever encountered
ladies
that.
and
except for you.
gentlemen, remember,
Freak.
you can catch Straight Tape here Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook Live, on YouTube, and on Twitch. Audio version of Straight to Tape is available on your favorite podcasting platforms. Make sure you go over to our social media platforms, IG, Twitter, and Facebook, Straight to Tape. If you're not following, what the fuck is wrong with you? Go ahead and follow. And you know,
God damn, that was rough
I'm
shit.
just
Damn,
saying.
man,
I'm
that was
just saying.
aggressive as shit.
That's right. Hey,
I
Perry.
apologize. Oh shit,
We
Tico,
want
shut
our
up.
Perry.
Hey,
We
Perry.
want our
Perry.
fans.
Yeah, man.
Love
Yeah,
us.
I'm just hard. You just
All right,
gangster, Perry.
I apologize. I apologize. Look,
We're
please come
unapologetic,
over and
but
follow us,
yeah.
okay? Please come over and follow us. But look,
He is
Yo,
the
we
you
get
host
ever
to
of the
think,
one of
yo,
podcast. I'm
you,
clearly
you,
seeing
you,
this now.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yo, you ever think if Ike Turner was a vegetarian, he'd be like, eat the salad, anime. Eat the salad.
Hello,
look,
Paul.
let me get to thank you. Let me get to my favorite part of the show. My favorite part of the show. Yo, big man.
Yo.
Yo, man, you know what time it is, my man. Please show some love to the comment section.
Yeah, that's what we do, man. You know what I'm saying? We just want to shout out all the people that joined us in the comment section and reacted to the broadcast and shared it, man. I'm gonna do something different. I want to start off with the people that shared the stream, man. First off, my man Bishop, you know what I mean? Our permanent guest host on Straight to Tape. You can also catch him on Intelligently Ratchet.
He's
He
also
shared the
the light
stream.
skin balance.
There, yes, he is.
Honey mustard boys.
there y'all go. My man Jay Burke, my homie Cherie, also Nasai. Thank you for sharing the stream. If I missed y'all, I didn't mean it. Don't charge it to my head. You know what I'm saying? But also in the reacts, the homie Chris Everett, my man Leonard Suggs in the building. You know Leonard. Jasmine. Also, my man Hump. Big Hump in the building, Charles A. Johnson III, and my man Mike Barksdale. You know what I'm saying? Also in the comment section, we had Daniel checking in early. We had Reggie, that dude on the check-in, my man Raj, the Big Chief. Again, Jay Burke, Nisai, what's up? Joe Biggs, what's up, homie? We had Candy in here as always. My homie Cherie, Jonathan T, the homie Champ. What's up, Champ? Record Store Podcast, check them out. And my man Justin, also Intelligently Ratchet fame. So listen, man, listen. Again, if I missed y'all, I didn't mean it. But thank you for checking out your favorite podcast, man. Y'all could have rocked with anybody, but you spent your time with us. We love y'all for it. Thank you.
Thank you. That was beautiful. That was beautiful as always, Robert. Beautiful as always.
I'd like to give a shout out to Keisha's cousin Shanae, who has a beauty salon. She does pussy rejuvenations. She keep that Rick Ross fade and had that trim, that roast beef. Yeah,
Did you just say the P word on our show?
All right, look.
Just say the P word.
Look.
Roast beef for me. It's the roast beef.
Damn, Rick Ross too?
I mean, really. Look, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, look.
Keep it in the middle of the damn road, nigga.
Thank you for rocking with us. All right. First off, yo, shout out to the homie Joe Biggs. Make sure you check out his show Front Porch Discussions Thursdays, 6:15 Eastern Standard Time on Facebook Live. And I want to thank our guest. That's right, Big E, Big O, the In the Black podcast.
The homies.
Thank you.
No doubt.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yes,
we appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, make sure
Always,
you check
man.
them out at intheblackpodcast.com. They're available on all your favorite podcasting platforms. So look, definitely check them out. Yo, in fact, guys, what you guys got coming up on In the Black?
Since I did the intro, I'm gonna let light skin people.
No, just be quiet then. You ain't gotta say anything. Same shit that y'all do. Same shit, news, giving you insight, man, information, jokes, everything black folks need to understand what's happening and to laugh at the shit that's happening at the same fucking time. So come through.
Make sure you do.
No nonsense, y'all. Follow In the Black podcast show. Check them out.
For real.
Appreciate it.
Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, we about to be up out of here. Look, let me drop something on y'all for next week. Okay, for next week, Straight to Tape will be on 30 minutes early. 30 minutes early. So we'll be on at 7:30 next week, because next week will be the Straight to Tape unofficial pregame for the versus Anthony Hamilton versus
Lord have
Music
mercy.
Soul Child.
I'm gonna need somebody to hold my hand. I
So we
like
go-
music, and I like Anthony Hamilton, but I can only listen to him sing one song at a time. I don't know how I'm gonna make it through 10 songs.
You won't.
Yeah, it's music, bro. I'm rocking with Philly on that one, bro.
Yeah.
But anyway,
That's
Yeah.
But we'll
Well,
talk
look,
about all that here next Tuesday at
we'll
7:30.
Exactly. So we'll be on 30 minutes early. Come join us. Come join us for our unofficial versus pregame. So for
hey, P.
what?
Just wrap it up, man.
All right. And then I'll just wrap
Pregnant
it up.
pauses. Pregnant pauses.
I'll just wrap it up. Ladies and
If
gentlemen.
you put
Hit the
an
button.
MD-40 bottle to your ear, you can hear the ghetto.
Keisha.
Goodbye, people.
You know what?